Hi there, my name is Masa. Thanks for watching. This time I'd like to introduce low-cal tonkatsu. Why is it low-cal? Because I'm not using lots of oil to deep fry. I'm using an oven, and also I'm adding something special inside of the tonkatsu. Alright, so let's find out how to make it. Okay, first off, let's prepare a sauerkraut. Take off some leaves, wash it well, and drain out all the excess water. To shred your cabbage easily, you can first stack them up and press down gently, and then start cutting. You don't have to cut super thin, just roughly shred it. That can give you a nice crunchy texture. Because I wanted to have another texture and flavor, so I decided to add shimeji mushrooms. All you have to do is just to trim off the root. You can take them all apart by hands. Now you can add all the cabbage into a pot. Also shimeji mushrooms. It looks so much, but it shrinks a lot, so go ahead and keep on adding. Add some sugar and salt. Just go roughly for now. You can make some more adjustments when it's cooked. This is an optional ingredient. I'm also adding cumin seeds. It gives nice fragrance, but if you're not a big fan of it, you can skip this. Add some white wine vinegar. Now you can cover it and turn on the stove. Set it medium-low heat. Cook for 5 to 6 minutes or until vegetable gets soft. Okay, it's about time. Let's see what's happening inside. It looks pretty good. Mix it well and taste it. Add some seasonings if you need to. Before breading, you can toast your breadcrumbs with a fry pan. Drizzle some olive oil. Now you can turn on the stove. You can start roasting on medium-high heat. Stir well, make sure the oil blends evenly. But try not to crush the crumbs, cause this makes crispy shell on your tonkatsu. Why do you have to roast it on the fry pan? Cause the whole piece may not turn into golden brown evenly in your oven. And then you may end up with a tonkatsu look like uncooked. Not to mention the texture may not crispy enough. So I would recommend toast first and then do the breading process. When it turns into golden brown, you can shut off the stove. Now you can transfer into a tray. If you like, for an extra color, you can add some parsley flakes. Okay, now we're gonna make tonkatsu. First of all, put some plastic wrap on the cutting board. This is the sliced pork I'm using. You could also slice it yourself, and if it's not thin enough, you can pound it gently with a flat object. Now you can lay a slice of meat and try placing close together, but not to overlap too much. If you have too many layers overlapping, it may take a long time to cook through. I used about 5 to 6 slices. That's all depending on the size of the meat. Make sure there are no gaps. Sprinkle some salt and pepper. Now you can put some sauerkraut. Place in the center. Make sure you have enough space around so you can wrap up the filling. Now you can start wrapping. Start from the front. Use the plastic wrap to fold in so the sauerkraut can be halfway covered. And peel off the wrap. And do the same on the other half. The both ends should be also sealed. Make sure to fold in tightly. Now you can wrap the whole thing nice and tight. You should be able to make 2 portions with this recipe. You can let them sit in the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes so the meat sticks each other very well. Okay, let's prepare breading material. Put some all-purpose flour in a tray. Crack 1 egg into a container. You can add about a half tablespoon of water. This way you can loosen up the egg mixture and it gets much easier to cover up your food. Make sure to mix well. Okay, now we're all set. After resting the meat, you can remove the plastic wrap. Sprinkle some salt and pepper on the surface. The other side as well. Gently place the meat into the tray with the flour and dredge the surface evenly. And be extra careful when you turn over, cause it's still extremely loose with lots of vegetable inside. Before transferring into the egg mixture, you can brush off the excess flour on the surface. Now you can put into the egg mixture. Again, go gently. You can use a turner like I did. I found it hard to turn over, so I decided to drench all the surface with a turner, or you can use a spoon. Lastly, you can transfer into the breadcrumbs. Make sure to shake off the excess mixture. Sprinkle the breadcrumbs to the entire piece. When you're done with the breading, you can do the final adjustment. Make sure it's in good shape and there's no uncovered part. Alright, now we can move on to the oven. Place your meat on the baking tray. The oven has been preheated to 200 degrees Celsius. And then put the tray inside and bake it for about 12 to 15 minutes. When it's done, it should firm up a little, and you might see a little bit of juice coming out. Now let's see how it looks. You can hear the crispy sound. And inside, nice and juicy. You can cut into a couple bites of size. You could serve with the tonkatsu sauce, but it has lots of flavor inside. It's pretty much enjoyable without any sauce. There you go, now you have a low-cal tonkatsu with sauerkraut filling. So that was how to make low-cal tonkatsu. I'm using lots of vegetables, but still very satisfying because it's crispy outside and there's this crunchiness inside. It's just full of flavor. So because of this sauerkraut, you don't actually have to serve with any sauce. It's pretty much enjoyable itself. So if you like to give it a try, go right ahead, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, that's all the time I have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.